What's up? Um, so today is not only is this my stream, today also the Toronto Game Jam is streaming the game that that our team submitted last, like 2 weeks ago, for the Toronto Game Jam. So I'm gonna stick around, like I have their stream minimized on another tab. Once they start playing my game, I'm gonna start streaming my reaction to their reaction to my game. So that's what we have in store for now. Um, But for the moment, I am going to want to probably start working on itch.io, or not itch, my Pico-8 game that you guys know from last week. So let's get to that. Sorry, I can't even see my own stream. Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, it's looking good. Okay, so I realized something about my stream. I said last week that I would stream today on Monday at 7 o'clock, and here I am. But I realized that my internet is actually so inconsistent that like I probably shouldn't say I'm gonna stream that far in advance, because if I like today my internet is straight up not working. So I'm using my alternate backup internet, which is not as good. And this is you might see there might be interruptions, there might be issues with the stream quality, that kind of thing, which is very annoying. I pay more than enough for decent internet, I think, and they're not delivering for me. So there you go. But I'm gonna get to my Pico-8 game for now. As I said, they're about to stream they're going to stream the game I did 2 weeks ago on the Toronto Game Jam page, and I'm going to dip over once they start playing my game and see what they have to say about it. Also, I'm eating dinner. Sorry, I just got back from doing laundry and I had to start streaming at 7, so no time to eat. So, Castle game. You guys remember this one, eh? Here it is. So last week what we did was we made a little item spawn from the breakables. Like right now it's just health and ammo, like refill pickups, which is not like super. I mean, they work. There's no way to actually use their ammo on anything. I would be able to pick up these hearts if I had already taken damage. I would be healing that damage. But for now, if you already have full health, that you can't even pick them up. I will show you. I will take damage. Wait, no, I lost where my hearts were. There was one down here. Yeah, there you go. See, I got my health back. Turns out a lot of people, like, I find this game pretty easy because I made it, but turns out a lot of people who I had playing the game found it really, really difficult even to get through the first couple of rooms. So I think having actual health refill possibilities is going to make it a lot better. You might have seen just then my ammo went up from 15 to 20 in the top right. So yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do today. I'm probably just gonna mess around a little bit until after they do the Toronto Game Jam stream, until after I see my game on the Toronto Game Jam stream, and then I'll probably focus in on actually getting something done with this game. I don't know if I've talked on stream, but kind of what my intention is with this game is for it to one day evolve into like an actual Unity game. Like this is kind of like a prototype version, and then I'm gonna make like a proper Unity, I guess, sequel / like full game out of this. Which is also my plan for my other Pico-8 game that I'm working on, the desert game. That's kind of a workflow that I was modeling after the game Celeste, which started out as a Pico-8 prototype and then was expanded into like a full, quote-unquote, full game. Yeah, and I am starting to get kind of tired of using Pico-8 at all, which I mentioned last stream, and so I actually do want to get this prototype done pretty quick. I want to move on to doing more advanced stuff in Unity. Like, there's a ton of stuff that like I know I want to do, but is not possible in Pico-8. It's such a rudimentary engine. Yeah, so I just ran through the whole area I had already designed. But I'm going to, yeah, I should think about what I'm going to do today, because I do have a Trello board, so I can just check what I assign myself up next. For dinner, I'm eating a President's Choice. I'm eating a President's Choice vegan fish burger, so plant-based burger, with homemade tartar sauce that I made myself. I cut up some pickles, and it was real nice. Okay, so here's the Trello board. Here's the Trello. Oh, wait, no, this is not the Trello board. Castle game. Here's the Trello board for Castle game. Right now it says I'm doing breakables, drop items, weapon items. Okay, so I want to do like a Castlevania thing where you get like an upbeat item, and when you pick one up, the previous one you had is dropped on the ground, and you could just like swap between them if you want, until you have the one you want. That is going to be a bit complicated to do, because I think I'm probably going to actually do this before I actually do make the weapons usable. Wait, actually, I'm not sure. Maybe I should just have one weapon for 0.2. I might just have one knife that you can throw in like a straight line, just as like a simple, like, just as a simple like placeholder, or not placeholder, because that will be one of the final ones, but just like the simplest of the 4 that I have planned. And then I'll spend more time on properly developing that later. This one I have to do. This one I could actually do today. Because currently one issue is that you can leave a room and come back, and all the candlesticks and breakable items respawn. And you can just like do that you can just repeatedly come back and farm health items or ammo items, and you should not be able to do that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a set of variables, like a set of a bool of like one, like an array of bools, like one for each room, and have it so that it sets to false once you leave a room. So then it checks that, and it only drops items from the breakables if you are in the room for the first time. So it, like, the bowl will be called like first visit or something like that. Yeah, I'll do that today. Probably the knife as well I'll do today. But I forgot something else I remembered. I do not have any music. So let's say music track 1. I forgot to put, I have to make music at some point, and I forgot to put that on the Trello, but there it is now. I was thinking about moving dialogue boxes up to 0.2 as well. Because I actually do want this game to have like a pretty basic story where the characters, like, well, there's only one character right now, but the character, like, maybe you talk to the bosses before you fight them, like in Castlevania or something like that. Yeah, I don't know whether that should be next version or future distant. Definitely I need at least one music track, because right now the game is very sparse with the music. I need to learn. I don't even know Pico-8. I don't even know Pico-8's music editor that well. Like, I need to actually learn how to use it. So that's a whole nother thing. Okay, definitely today I'm gonna do breakable drops don't respawn, and I'm gonna do usable item knife. That's on the list for today. Also finishing my dinner. Okay, init common. Okay, I want to start by, yeah. I always have to look up how to do a for loop. I'm such a bad programmer. I have to look up how to do a for loop in every single engine I use. I don't know what the syntax is. Okay, I see. For I equals, it starts at 1. How often does it get current room? Is it every single, is it once you leave the, I really screwed up this project, honestly. I should have done it like within like a pretty short period of time. The fact that I took a long break from this and then came back to it really ended up screwing me over, because now I actually don't understand most of the code I wrote. So I need update if in room, if not on screen, get current room. Is that the only place get current room is called? Is current room set to 1 at the start? There's noise coming from outside my window. Sorry about that. So I am keeping an eye on the Toronto Game Jam stream. Hey, what's up, Soul Vampire? I'm working on Pico-8 Castlevania clone. Well, right now it's not even compiling. Okay, it looks like P current room is not set at the start, which is what I was worried about. Which is what I expect. Like I knew might be a possibility. Okay, so I'm working on a little Castlevania clone type game, and also I'm paying attention to the Toronto Game Jam stream because in a couple minutes they're gonna start playing a game that I submitted with a bunch of people I worked on. So I'm gonna react to their reaction to my Game Jam game in a couple minutes. Okay, so I have the variable working, I think. Now I just need to make sure it checks when it's gonna spawn stuff. This game also runs in browser. You can play it on my you can play an earlier version of my itch.io page. But that's not something I wrote. That's just something that's like included in the engine. Okay, I need to go to interactable items. Check unlockable round. What is? Add pickup. Wait, what is this? What is 119? Oh, it's the key. Okay, I didn't write this in a very good way. Yikes. If t equals 119. Okay, I can do this. It's okay. If t does not equal 119 and room list p current, what is this variable called? P current room. What is this code base? So this is this engine is called Pico-8. It's a retro kind of engine. It's not like actually an old engine. It's like a modern one, but it's kind of like in the style of like an old engine. And there's like built-in like sprite editor, map editor, sound editor, and there's only 16 colors for the sprites, so the art stuff is very, very limited in this. The code like system is based on the language Lua. It's a bit of a modified version, added some functionality to interact with the different editors. What was I writing? Room list p current room dot first visit equals false. Then, oh, I used the wrong equals, didn't I? Yep. Then, return. Okay, so it should, oh, okay, well now it's not dropping anything. First visit equals false. T does not... Okay, what happens if I go to this room? Will it drop stuff in here? It has a pretty high... There's a pretty high chance of nothing dropping, like even... Okay, so this room is working. For some reason, the first... Oh, those skulls are going the wrong way now. Oops. Oops. I need to do something about that. I know why that happened. It's because I switched the logic on them earlier. Okay, so... Do I call get current room right at the beginning? If not on screen player. Okay, I know why that's happening. If p current room does not equal I. Yeah, I'll check out your game after when I take a break from this. Okay. So it spawns the heart, and when I come back now it should not spawn the heart. Okay, we're good. That feature was pretty quick to add. I did that in like 20 minutes, or 15 minutes. Oh wait, so this room should already be not working. Like this room already should be cleared out. Yeah, it is. But this room should have stuff in it. Yep. Okay, so it only drops items from the breakable stuff on the first visit to their room, so you can't farm stuff. Good. That is going on the Trello. Check box, check that box. Okay, I think they're gonna play, I think they're going to play... Okay, so I've been looking over at the Toronto Game Jam stream this whole time, waiting to see if they, for when they play my... I mean, they already announced they're going to. When they're going to play the game that I submitted like 2 weeks ago. And I think they may be playing it soon. Okay, so when they start, I'll start streaming my view of their Twitch channel. They should start playing any second now. Oh. As for the Pico-8 game, I'm about to... Oh, they're playing it. Okay, I was gonna say I'm about to start adding the knife. The knife ability. Okay, so this is the Toronto Game Jam stream. I will turn desktop audio on in 1 second, so you can hear what they're saying about the game too.
There we go. Okay, start game.
Alright, they're very quiet, so I'm gonna turn them...
game about losing your equipment to discover your true strength. Wow.
Okay, hopefully their voice is not way louder than mine.
J to attack and space to jump. Okay.
Okay, so this is a game that I submitted to this game jam like 2 weeks ago. Like, not just me alone, there's a bunch of people.
I can jump a little bit.
I
can look up.
What is with their stream?
Okay.
They have like the top left corner of the game like in the background.
This
That's
jump
odd.
is too dinky to get anywhere. So presumably you have to... Oh, lighter soul. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm not hearing audio either.
a lot of people worked on this game.
Oh,
I think
I
there were like
see.
9 or 11 people. I wasn't counting the music people,
That's
but
it.
I should. Um, what I did for this was I designed all the levels. Um,
Save. Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yep,
there's
that's it.
there's an annoying thing we forgot. Audio is set to 0
Yeah.
when you first start up the game, so that's not cool. We
Okay,
should
thanks for
update. I
telling
think
me
we are going
about
to
that,
update that.
though. I do appreciate that.
Oh, I'm not
Just
seeing chat.
gonna check the audio output.
You guys can see
Doesn't
my little
seem.
activate windows, eh?
Hmm.
What did you write it in? Oh, this one
Doesn't
here is
seem
made
like
in
it
Unity. I
wants
didn't actually do that
to.
much
Let's
coding
see.
for this. I did like the camera
Audio
controls,
output.
but a lot of people were working on it. A lot of programmers. So I pretty much just focused on level design for this. And yeah, we had some really great people working on it.
I've
It was really
cranked
fun.
it up,
We had some great artists and some great
so hopefully.
people working on the
This is annoying.
on the player movement and the
Can
various
you guys hear okay?
programming things.
Awesome. Okay, no worries. Thanks for telling me about that. Otherwise, I would not know. Ooh, that's very Dark Souls. The fireplace. Oh, we narrowly missed that spike pit too. Okay. Hell yeah. Okay, this snake gonna get messed up. Oh yeah.
The snake actually wasn't glitched that time.
This
Last
jump
time I
is
played it,
not
the
taking
snake
us
was like
anywhere.
spinning rapidly right on the edge.
Gotta get a better jump. Okay. So
Yeah, the snakes are actually working out. That's lucky.
you know that I'm not
I know they're very, very glitchy. This person's definitely gonna get hit by the bird because the bird's impossible.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Lay down your bulky chest plate. We're gonna get a better jump, you guys.
Oh, they're right.
Yes. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so this is kind of like a Metroidvania where you start out as really, really slow and heavy, and then you, as time goes on, you get the ability to
Make you feel like you're
actually be able to jump and
just
move.
give yourself a ding
And by the end of the game, I think
F.
by the end of the game you can actually,
Bad jump.
you're actually very agile, and the moveset's pretty interesting and fun to play around with. This person's very bad at the platforming.
Oh, but this rules. Okay. Okay. Phew. Okay.
Those spikes are, people always run to those spikes because they try to course correct after they miss that jump. Jumping too early.
Okay.
Still jumping too early. There you go. There,
You
you got it.
gotta run up a little bit.
You can kind of like start to run off the platforms and still be able to jump. Like if the center of the player is off the platform completely, you can still jump off. They're almost out of this area now. The rest of it isn't that hard. But this,
every time I jump, I'm just praying to like
I don't think this game's that hard.
some fantasy god
I mean, I know I designed the levels, but
that I don't.
so my friend Zob wrote all the player movement, and he did a great job because especially later in the game, the player movement feels so good. Like especially after you gain some speed.
Oh, cool. Waterfall. Presumably we need. Oh. No, we don't need anything. Snakes. Get over here, chicken.
They've been hit by every bird. The birds are actually really hard.
Out of gauntlets.
I think it was the coyote time. I think it was actually like an accident. Like I think we put it in by mistake and we just rolled with it because it does feel good.
That's what I said in the beginning.
But yeah, I'm really happy with how this game controls.
Things without all these.
There, they just got the ability to climb.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so the birds are like actually impossible to dodge.
Get out of here. Snake. Okay.
The birds are really tough.
So that's
They're actually really unfair. I would have liked to
like a
make them a little differently. Oh,
Oh,
they didn't
frick.
climb. You have to hold up or down to climb, I think. If you don't just grab on automatically.
That's a satisfying sound. Alright, okay. Oh, gosh.
They climb right off like that.
Oh, it's a little frog. It's a little frog bush.
I don't think they've realized, but you can also look up and down by holding W or S. You don't have to be that careful, like it's pretty forgiving as long as you don't like climb directly off it. There they go.
Yeah. Okay. 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 Oh, dude, you got biomes and everything? That's awesome.
Yeah, they're getting hit by like every single enemy.
Oh my god.
Not playing super well.
Man. Okay, don't touch that man. Got it. Okay, I think if we just like sort of jump and then hit him.
Yeah, it is odd. Their stream setup's kind of odd. It's like they have the top left corner like zoomed in as their background of the game. That's kind of weird.
Chickens. I know I'm gonna lose a heart right here.
You can. This part is the part where it's really, really useful to be able to look up and down, which you can do. I don't think they've realized they have the ability.
Up there.
Okay, got hit by every single bird in the game. Oh, 4 for 4 or 5 for 5, I believe.
Oh, now we can. I bet we can crouch. Oh.
Oh no. Load, Twitch, load. Come on.
Slide. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I don't know if you were here when I mentioned that my stream I'm using my backup internet because my main internet's down. The slide's so much fun to use.
Kind of like you know those slides you get in Mega Man X. Easily the best Mega Man. Hell yeah. Okay. This is bone. Pile of bones at the start. Yeah, there we go. Connor
Okay, it's the final boss. Final boss.
No. You fool, when will you learn your place? Prepare to meet your end. Oh, that's awesome, Fridge Theorem.
Fridge Theorem is Cameron, who did a lot of the programming for the game.
You guys picked... God.
Why did they jump into the spikes? So the boss fight's kind of like ridiculously easy. Like you basically can't lose because there's a fireplace right there. It just constantly respawns you, so you just keep fighting the boss endlessly. And you just whittle down their health, and there's like no penalty for dying really. I think there were a couple changes we wanted to make to this boss fight, but like I'm really happy with how it is currently. There we go. They beat the game.
You defeat me? I can't believe it. What are you? You are a human? No. No. Ah, I encountered a bug, but that's okay.
Oh, the ending dialogue is replaying for some reason over the credits.
Okay. Considering all the things that you guys did, this is small potatoes, you know what I mean? But amazing work.
I'm just glad none of the snakes glitched out, because that was the most common bug I was seeing, but they didn't experience it at all.
Really, to have like this polished game for Toe Jam, that's
Zoab is our team leader, I think.
Does that mean anything? Is it just everybody's... No, it can't be. 'Cause there's no...
It was originally everyone's first name
Everyone's initials.
when we first started the team, but then more people joined.
I'm liking it.
So there's some people who are just not represented in the team name.
But once again, great work. Everyone involved had a grand old time. Maybe you guys should do next Toe Jam together. Like, I don't know. You got pretty star quality together. Okay. enough chit chat. Let's move on to the next game.
Okay, they're done playing my game, so I'm gonna close out the
Which
stream.
is gonna be library cleanup.
Okay, we do not care about anybody else's game. Okay, we do not care about any. Excuse me. Oh, I'm seeing myself watching my own stream. Let's go back to Pico-8. Excuse me, I have hiccups. I've been drinking kombucha. Okay, back to Pico-8. Sorry, let me get my stream all set up. I said I was going to do the knife attack right now, so that's what we're doing. We're back to castle game this game. I think we actually might continue working on lighter souls. We've been considering. Well, I think we've said that we are going to. It's kind of annoying that hearts spawn in the beginning area because you actually can't take damage here, and you can't pick them up, and then when you can't come back and get them either. I should change that so that it is not hearts. But it's currently random, like they're pretty much randomly placed. I just repeatedly randomize it until I get something I like, and then I just keep that. But I think I'm gonna wanna at least switch the hearts and the ammo so you get more ammo at the start instead of hearts that you can't pick up. Where is that? Interactable items. I think it's raining outside. Add unlockable. Uniroom, check unlockable. Add pickup list. Okay, where did I decide what kind of thing to drop? Is it in common? Oh no, I think it's in when you break the breakable. So it might be in collision. Combat? Breakable. See, okay, yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna want to switch these two. Were they 124 and 108? I have 108, 124, yep. Alright, so now in the beginning room there should be ammo instead of hearts, which is what I want. Yep. So now they're not dropping items that you can't even get. Okay, so currently there's two skulls in this room that just go the wrong way. I'm going to do something about that. Because I know why that's happening, I think. Yeah, these two were meant to go left, but they're going right now, so I need to go to the part where it gets the enemy type. Place things room, add enemy, M set, rendering player, combat collision, enemies general, add enemy, what's the number? 40. So 40, What is this? This just adds an enemy. Init enemy? This just adds an enemy to the enemy list? What? That's odd. I don't remember doing that. 40, 144, 240? Does that, if I get rid of that, does that even do anything? That's odd. I don't remember adding this. Maybe that was like a test and then I forgot about it. But I don't know why I would add, because I place the enemies on the map. I don't add them in code. Hey Zoab, I just watched the Zoab in chat who worked on me with Lighter Souls that we just saw. They were playing through it on the Toronto Game Jam stream and I watched that. I'm going to, okay. I already forgot 40 number. Where's the facing? Facing left equals, or t equals 40. These should be back the correct way. Yep, they are good. That's the first one. Okay, yeah, they're both good. Yeah, I was just happy that they didn't see the glitched out snakes, because that was the most, because I saw that like both times, the last 2 times I played the game, where the snakes just get into a state where they're just rapidly spinning on the edge of a platform. That did not happen for the Toe Jam player, so that's good. Okay, yeah, for some reason I got, well, I'm gonna add, okay, I've been saving my streams, and I have a VOD channel on YouTube. And it happened last time I played on stream. I do not have it linked anywhere on my Twitch yet. I'm gonna get that set up, I think. But first things first, I'm going to do this stream, and I'm going to add a knife to the game, throwable knife. That's the current priority. Usable item knife. So I think I already did the sprite for this. Yeah, this is it here. This is the player holding and then throwing it. Excuse me. So I want to have, okay, so I need to go into player movement, the nightmare player movement, and get it to, I need to add a new attack, the use equipped item attack. So is this button, I think that's when you press the button. I'm gonna check what the Pico-8 inputs are, because I always forget. Okay, so there's a button and then a button P. What does that do? Test if a button has just been pressed. Button, and then button, test if a button is being pressed at the moment. Okay. So I want to do if up and attack. This is the jump button. This is X. Okay, X is the else if button, X and P attack. This is so confusing. This movement, this player movement script is, I wrote this like 2 months ago and I do not remember this. This is not going to be fun to work with. Oh, I have my, oops. I do not want to be playing Radiohead on my stream and get blocked. Let me mute my desktop audio. I usually do have it muted. I just turned it on to watch the stream. Okay, now you guys should not be able to hear Radiohead. Okay, I think that is good. All right. Okay, button X and attack release, button not button X and not attacking. Uh, this is so. Else if. I need to make a new variable for this. Try attack. First of all, okay, I have a lot of need to do for this. First, I need to make. So right now I have try attack. Is that a variable I create somewhere? No, not in here. Try attack equals true. If try attack, then start attack. Okay, I'll just have try attack too, I guess. Why did I put... I have very limited tokens on Pico-8, and for some reason I put brackets around this, which I think is another just random 2 tokens for no reason, or 1 token for like no reason. So let's not do that. And now I need to do start attack 2. But I need to check if I'm capable of it. I need to... Okay, I need to have a new function that just checks if you have enough ammo to do the attack you're currently trying to do. Check ammo. Do I already... I don't think I have a function called that. Where do I store how much my attacks cost? Because I don't think I store it anywhere. Excuse me. Currently I know I have attack, that you have the attack that you have currently equipped. What is it called? It's raining outside. So the one that you start with is 104, so where do you... Oh, here it is. Player.item. I need to make a new, probably make a whole new tab for this. Yeah, I should move that over, actually. Why did I put that in player movement? Yeah, that should go over here. Check ammo. Function init. Weapon types. And then, where's my init rooms? I can use that as a template. Why is it the square brackets? Or the not square, the curly brackets? That's odd. Oh, I do know why it is. It's because there's actually no difference between arrays and function, like not function, like class parameters. It's all basically just dictionaries. Weapon list. Okay, and because it's dictionary, I don't have to start it at 0 or 1. I can just use these 4. So I need 104, 120, 104, 105. And there you go. I'm going to now go and make the actual knife, which is number 120. Dot cost dot cost equals this should be one of the cheaper ones. Probably 1 or 2. Let's go with 2. I'm definitely gonna have to balance these ammo amounts, because right now they're all like you just have so much ammo. Dot cost equals 2. I don't know what else to say for this. That's like the only. That's annoying because that's like the only function I even need. And if that's the case, then there's no reason to even have it be like this. I could just have it be weapon cost and not use these, not have them be objects. I'll just keep it like it is for now, and then I might change it. Check ammo if okay. Return weapon list. What is the variable called? It's under init player. One of player dot item. Is less than or equal to player dot where does it say how much ammo the player has? P attacking. I hate that I have all these variables because it should all be under player. I really didn't set this up well. Player dot ammo. Okay, that's pretty much what we want, I think. I should change held weapon at the start to 120. Okay, you now see there is a knife in the top right. Well, you can't really see very easily, but start attack 2. Oh, okay. I didn't create that function yet. I don't think that you can. I don't think that you can pass in functions as variables in Pico-8, which is very annoying. That's one of the things I like about proper, like, actual programming languages that are not like this. Get try attack start attack 2. Player dot ammo minus equals this. Weapon. Oh, I don't call this weapon list. Init weapon types. That's what I need to call. Oh my. Look at my uh-oh. Okay, I have 15 and ammo in the top right, and then once I try to use it, it like instantly, like, it goes down endlessly. That's kind of weird. Where's my player movement? Start attack. This has to be in this. Try attack 2. False, false. False. Okay. Let's try that. Okay, so now it absorbs. It takes 2 things away, which is what I want. But it does just go into the negatives, which is not what I want. Why did... I thought my whole... This, Oh, I don't actually check. I don't actually check if it's possible to attack. I don't call the function I just wrote. What's it called? Check ammo. If check ammo, then I may have it backwards. Let's try it. That's kind of confusing. In the top right, there's like a dash. There's like the amount of fire. There's like the fire icon for magic, and then there's a number and a dash and then a number. And I just realized it kind of looks like it means you have like -13. That is a little bit confusing. Maybe I should change that. But you cannot you cannot go below 0 anymore. So that's fixed. Right now, try to attack 2 doesn't actually do anything. So that's something I have to do. Okay, the way I wrote the progress attack, this is to just make sure that the whip attack lasts a certain number of frames. But the way I wrote that, I do not like anymore. I would not do it that way now these days. Like I said, I wrote most of the code for this like in like February, and there's already so much I know I would do differently. attacking, prog attack. So I think I'm going to stream for 2 hours tonight. It's been like 1 hour. So I'm going to keep working on this a little bit. I'll see if I can get the knife all working in the game. That would be very nice to have. My camera's kind of messed up. Sorry. Okay, that's a bit better. What am I? Okay. Okay, so start attack 2. This needs to check what attack type you're doing. And then call that one. Yeah, I'm going to change this. I'm going to change it so that it's only weapon cost. So this is just 2 instead of it being a whole thing. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Instead of it being dot cost. Because what's 10? Okay, so 104, 105, 120, 121. So this one should be the most expensive, 121. This one is decently expensive too. So I'm thinking this is going to be like 5. And this is going to be like 20. And then this, that can also be 2. And then it's just item instead of remove dot cost. And same in player movement, get rid of the dot cost. Because there's only two variables I need to save. It's just the number and the cost. So I don't really need an actual object for that. If player.item, that's what it's called. If player.item equals 120, yes, that's right, then what is update whip location? So the way I want it to work eventually is I want, maybe not right away, but I want to see like the player actually hold up the item for a second, like do this kind of pose, and hold up the item before they actually use it for like, this can be like a quarter to half a second. And then they actually throw it, and that would look a lot better than just like appearing. But I think for now I'm just gonna have it appear. Where did I save this? Because this has to be something that renders. Would this be under... breakable, pickup, unlockable enemy. Yeah, I need to make something new, I think. So I need to make a projectile. But there is no projectiles at the start. You create them. So this can be under function, add projectile. Projectile dot, is it add, is it like that? Or is it, I think it might be add. Enemies. Add enemy list. Yeah, it's like this. How do they do it? How do well? It's me. How do they do it? How did I do it? When I wrote this a long time ago. So this is I need tx1 x. Yeah, I need all that. If t equals 120, then well, first of all, it can be projectile. Projectile count projectile dot type. Oh wait, I don't need this because I can do it all this way. How do I do the I'm pretty sure that the actual lists in Pico-8 that you make by default start at 1 and not at 0. Do we need to set y raw and x raw? I think I probably do for it to feel good. Okay, I think, okay, let me go back to my renderer because it'll be there. I equals 0, 16. No, that's not what I want. That's that background. Where's the draw enemies? 4E and all. Okay, that's what I should do instead. I will have to have a draw projectiles. I think P might be player. It might be some global variable, which is why I set it to PR. No. I need move projectile. Oh, that's what this is. If PR dot type equals 120, then if PR dot type equals 120, then I just wanted to move whichever way it's facing, which is what the skulls do. So let's see what they did. If E facing left. Okay, this is more like what I want. Oh, this is exactly what I want. Yeah, I'm just basically copying the scarecrow projectiles and using the exact same logic for the knife that the throwing knife that the player uses. also, okay, well this doesn't take into account actually damaging enemies with it. But it does, I will do that in a second. That's not a priority right now. Right now I want to actually render all this too. What is this? If E, okay, so this is like type equals 42. Why do I have a separate thing for it? I thought I included all the, what is sproff? Is that to make something like move up and down? Oh, I know what it is. It's to get the second frame from the scarecrow. But that's not what we're doing. So E, PR instead of E, X, Y. There's no width because they're all the same. They're all one. Where do I draw enemies from? Set background, draw enemies, draw pickups. Yep, there we go. Draw projectiles. And then last thing I need to do is make it actually appear when you press the, so this needs to actually create, add projectile. I need to get the way the player is facing because it has to go the same direction. Okay, T, X1, X, Y1, F. Player dot item. Is it player dot X, player dot Y, player dot facing? Player dot X, player dot Y. How do I check which way they're facing though? Oh, I have an init player and a place player. That's annoying. I have two different functions. But I do have W, H, F, G, C, I, X, X, Y. How do I check which way they're... Okay, facing... Okay, it's called facing left here for some reason, and not just facing. Enemy player movement. If pr.type equals wrong equals. Okay, are we good? Okay, right now I'm creating... I can create a knife, and they just stay there. That's not what I want. They do not move. I don't think I ever called move projectile. I'm supposed to call it every frame. That's why. Move projectiles. Put that into update. And it crashes the game. X plus W minus 1. Line 20, tab 5. What is this? Collide map object. What? Is, I know what it is. It does check for collide map for the throwable knife because I copied the code from the scarecrow and it needs a W and H if it wants to do that. So I'll give it that. What is it colliding with? Right now it's always going to the left, to the right. This is odd. It's also, I also want it to be a bit faster than that, so I'll make it 1.5 speed. That's not the main issue though, right now. Okay, so for some reason it's colliding with this pillar, which is not what I want. It should be collide map PR10. What is 0 is the flag for walls, I believe. So this pillar should not, yeah, it does not have a 0 flag. Collide map, that is how collide map works, right? Object deer flag. I should move the creation of it down a little bit. Projectiles, where's add projectile? Player.x, player.y plus 4. Yeah, that's like centered. Okay, it's no longer colliding with whatever it was colliding with. But it's still not going the correct way. Init dot rendering, draw projectiles, PR dot face. Oh, it's called facing, not facing left. Okay, now it's doing the opposite of the way I'm throwing it. So not. I'd actually write the word not in this. Okay, it is now facing the way I want it to, but it is not moving the way I want it to. So right now it's pr.x raw minus equals floor collide map facing. Oh, that's why. It's so, that was really dumb of me. I made it so that it says facing. I made it so that it uses like there's some things that are called, that have a variable called facing, and there's some things that have the variable called facing left, and they do the exact same thing. That's really annoying. Okay, so you can, right now they do not do anything if you throw a knife. I want it to collide with enemies though, so how do I do that? Collide map, collide box, object, enemy. Okay, that's what I want to do. Do I have to check every enemy on every frame? Some weird noises coming from outside my window. I think they're like using like a circular saw or something. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Okay, how do I, okay, yeah, this is gonna be tough if I have to check every single projectile. Okay, there shouldn't be more than like 2 projectiles at a time. But right now I'm thinking I need to check every single projectile with every single enemy to see if they're colliding. I can't think of a smarter way to do that. Probably using like a collision like tree, but I don't want to spend time creating that whole system. If collide map else, okay, if collide for E in all enemy list, do if collide box. What is the parameters of collide box? Object enemy. Object is the knife. I lost it. Where'd it go? Okay. Object is PR. Enemy is E. Then enemy list remove. Delete. This is not in a for loop. Never mind. I don't need to break that. I will have to break this one. Delete projectile. I do not want to throw knives through enemies. Probably the axe should go through enemies like that. That would be cool. Because there's kind of two different throwable items. Projectile, PR, delete, del, enemy list. Wait, I shouldn't delete enemy list. I can have the enemies be damaged. No, I take damage. Right now I have 0 enemies that have more than 1 HP. I should think about implementing that. So take damage, E, damage. Okay. I was just thinking that it actually helps a lot when I'm doing this to like say the names of variables out loud when I'm trying to remember them. Because a lot of this is just going back through tabs and being like, what did I call that variable that I need to access now? And when I find it and I just read it out, that helps a lot, like reading it out loud. I did this. Unclosed function. Where is this? If else, if else, and what was this not? How was this not already giving me errors? For if break end. Okay. Oh hey, look at that! I actually killed a skull with a knife, with a throwing knife. It actually works. Okay, that time it just phased through it. That was not so good. Sometimes it does not work. Yeah, that happens sometimes. It just goes... Sometimes it just goes through the enemy. What is the deal with that? They are in the enemy list. Is this... Why would this 4 not work? When I have the enemies... Do they have... What is their width? It's actually... Enemy... Did I set it to... Did I set enemy... Is the width in pixels or in tiles? It's in pixels. Okay, that's why I set my projectile width in tiles, so it just says 1 pixel. It should be 8. And let's try that. Okay, it now works perfectly, it looks like. Okay, so what I think new players are gonna do, if they get a knife right away at the start, they're immediately gonna waste all their ammo by throwing knives at like these skulls, which are pretty much, well, these ones especially are spawning endlessly from this little spawner here, and players can be smarter than that, especially people who played Castlevania before. I think will be smarter than that, because the knife isn't even supposed to be one of the better weapons. It does 1 damage, so I'm probably gonna want to change. Okay, definitely I want to change the health of these little skull spawners to take more than 1 hit to die. I'm pretty sure 1 hit is still good for the skulls. I'm not sure about the scarecrows. I think I might keep those at 1 hit, even though they're they're pretty large enemies, but they like these scarecrows are 2x2 tiles, but they still can die in just 1 hit. Can I was wondering, did I already write the functionality for this? Because right now everything dies in 1 hit. But is that just because I set all their health to be 1? HP equals 3. What is 42? It's the scarecrow. Okay, so it says right here, scarecrow has 3 HP. And everything else has 1 HP. That's not what I want, but I was wondering why the scarecrows are taking so much damage from this. Where is my whip? Where's my whip? Whip. Try attack 1, attack, start attack. If attacking, P attack. Update whip location, check whip damage. Where is check whip damage? Take damage E1. Okay, I think what's happening is that the scarecrows have 2 HP, but the whip does 1 HP damage every single frame. So if you have just with 1 single whip, you can still do, as long as you have the whip on the enemy for 2 frames at least, it just will kill them anyway. And I need to change that. I need to make it so that the first time it does damage to something, it can't damage anything else in the same attack. And that might be annoying for enemy types. Like if you or what I'm saying is, if there's 2 enemies like on top of each other and you should whip both of them, you'd only whip one of them. I'm thinking about how I want that to work. Okay, I think that I want it to, actually I'm gonna incorporate that. So whip enemies. Oh wait, I could test this out by, I could test my hypothesis by just throwing a knife at a scarecrow, because that does 1 damage always. Yep. Yeah. Wait, how much did I say these had? Did I say 2 or 3? They have 3 HP. Okay. I'll probably want to change that to 2 and then have the skull spawners have 3. And then that's odd, but it's like people have already been telling me that these rooms I've done are too hard, and I'm already like giving the enemies more health. That might be annoying. That might be very annoying for new players. Although they can get health back now. They can break the candlesticks and get hearts back. So I feel like it's like about the same. Like ultimately it's the same difficulty. Combat, so I want to do enemy, I want to have a variable that checks whether the current enemy has been hit in the current with the current whip attack, and this will have to be set to false every single time you finish attacking for every single enemy. Dot attacked dot hit now equals false. And then player movement. No, player at combat. If E dot hit now equals false, then and E dot hit now equals true. And then, okay, and then I need to do this again when the attack is finished. Prog attack, start attack, check, whip. P attacking equals false. If D attack remaining, P attacking equals false. That's the one that ends the... There is no actual function for this. This is the one that ends the attack. E dot hit now equals false. If E equals... Oh, I always use the wrong equals. Oh, I don't need to say if equals false. I can say if not. Okay, now I should not be able to kill the scarecrows in one hit. This thing I have not set to have more HP yet. How did I not get hit there? So this thing will still... Can I attack? I cannot. I can just barely not hit it through the wall. It's like 1 pixel. It's like... okay, so now... How many attacks was that? Was that 3? Why is he not throwing the knife? So I don't think currently it has any sound effect when they get hit. Did I set it to 2 already? Do I have like weird memory loss? Because I just did this. Yeah, I did. That's odd. Anyway, else if T equals... What is the type of the skull? 41. So this enemy should have 3. So the scarecrows have 2, skulls have 1, and skull spawners have 3 HP. Yeah, it took 3 hits. Okay. So now what I need to do is actually make it so that you can tell when you're hitting things. What is this? I don't know if this sound effect is used. I think I did list what all the sound effects were supposed to be. Skull explode, item footstep, player footstep, player jump, player... Wait, item break? Oh yeah, that is it. Skull explode. Okay, this is actually for every single enemy death. It was originally just meant to be for the skulls when you smash them to pieces. But I don't know. I don't know how many sound effects I'm going to do for this. Right now it's being used for every single enemy death. But I do want to do one for enemy getting hurt, but not dying. Hurt. I should have them flash white or something as well. It's not enough for it to just... Okay, so this is going to be enemy hurt. I use the pink for the enemy die. So... Ay. Speed, speed is... 1. That works. I'm gonna make it quieter though. Okay, and then I need to play that when the enemies get hurt. Where's the function for that? Take damage. If HP is less than or equal to 0, then sound effect 0. This needs to be sound effect 6. I actually did have a placeholder for that one. Okay. I think they're like sawing something. I think they have like an electric saw, like a circular saw going, like cutting wood or something like that. It's very loud. My window's wide open. I don't know if you can hear that on stream or not. Okay. I want to make it so that the enemies have like a quick flash of white. Like the player also does when they get hit, so I can just copy most of how I did that. Whereas player dot if player dot inv. Oh, that's your invulnerability. So this is just set the entire color palette to white. And I want to do that when the enemies are hurt. When the player is hurt, where do I handle that? If he oh, it has frames. Can I just have a flash for one single frame? Enemy list dot. Okay, I need to do that in rendering. To copy the thing I copied. Draw enemies for E. If E dot hurt is greater than 0, then do this thing I just copied. And then at the end, make sure you pal reset. I believe that just resets the palette. Yeah, it does. That could screw things up, actually, now I think about it. Because I do swap the palette in the... Okay, I didn't set E hurt. Equals 0. Okay, so right now it shouldn't change anything, but it should not crash the game. I was just thinking it could be potentially be a problem in this area, because the enemies do have palette swaps on them. Okay, so I wanted to know how many frames to do this for. Probably 8 or 4 or 8 frames. Where's the enemy move? Enemies specific. Enemy move if E type. Okay. Else if, else if, else if, else if. Okay, E dot hurt equals max 0. E dot hurt minus 1. And then all I have to do is when they get hit, I have to set E dot hurt to whatever I want it to be, which is the number of frames I want it to be. So that'll be under enemies general take damage. E dot hurt equals 4. It definitely needs to be more than that. 15. That was odd. It only did the second time. Do you see that? It doesn't seem to be doing it all the time. What is the deal? E dot hurt equals max 0. E dot hurt minus 1. This is called every frame, is that not right? What if I set it to something really big, like 30, like 60 full second? So I believe this does run at 60 FPS, so that should be 1 full second. That was interesting. It looked like it only, like it did it, but it didn't do it like immediately. Well, then the scarecrows aren't doing it at all. Oops, I'm stupid. I was like, it's jump scared of my own game. Are you seeing that? Oh, I know why it is. You hurt player. Yeah, it's... yeah, there you go. Okay, let's try it now. It was only showing the frames if the player was also being hurt at the same time, which is not what I want. Okay, and now I can set it to something more reasonable than 60 seconds. 15... Okay, and now it does what I want. So yeah, that wasn't even on the Trello. I just did that. I should put that on the Trello just to show that I did it. So usable item knife is done. That was quick. I got that done really quick. And then I can set, also done was enemies with more than 1 HP, and also damage enemies show. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to... Yeah, okay, that's pretty much all I wanted to get done on this stream. I think I have, like, I said I'd go until 9 o'clock. The next thing I have to do is create the Scarecrow boss. I mean, I've kind of been putting this off for a long time. I have to create the Scarecrow boss to do that you fight in this little area here. So this is just a regular Scarecrow. I'm gonna replace it with a Scarecrow that actually has legs and jumps around. Hmm. 12. Okay, can we start by just getting to render properly? If e.type equals 42. Okay, what type? This should be e.type equals 12. Do I have an enemy list anywhere? I don't. That's interesting. It's all just if statements. There's no actual enemy list. No, I mean, there's this enemy list, which just shows the enemies that are currently in this game. I mean, there's no actual enemy dict that it's drawing values from. That would be a really good improvement if I wanted to refactor this code. Because right now it's just endless ifs and endless repeated code. Yeah, that's really messy. That's really not good. I think I am going to want to... Yeah, I'm going to want to leave it the way it is just because I don't want to spend forever refactoring this. I am already at 4,472 tokens out of 8,192, which is kind of worrying. Although I do have all the foundational code in pretty much. I even have a working up B item in at this point. So I don't think there's a ton more I have to code. There is a lot more. Probably for the bosses are the main thing I still have to write code for. So I'll see how I can write bosses in a way that is not like using up all my tokens. So first things first, I want to add enemy type equals 12. Why does 57? Oh, okay. Hold on, it's just 12. Yeah, I didn't need this. So 57 or 12. So 12 is going to be the boss, the Scarecrow boss. So anything that is 57 needs to also be 12 because it has the same dimensions. Except for the HP. This can probably have 15 HP. I'll start with that. I'm gonna mess around with all these values when I see how it works in game. But T equals 12, rendering in it. So from update 60. Okay, I need place things in a room. 12, add enemy 12. And I'm going to want to set 12 as the actual thing in the room. So set this here. That looks weird, but oh, I want to spawn the player in this area so that I can actually test this. Does not work. I said 12, right? Okay. So T equals 12. How do I render this? Draw enemies. Shouldn't it get rid of the tiles? Am I rendering right now? Player, combat, collision, enemies, general. Hold on, did I say 57? I meant 42. Uh-oh. That's everything messed up. I meant to say 42 instead of 57 earlier, and I meant to do something completely different. It's 12, right? T equals 12. Then it is still not creating the enemy. I am adding the enemy, right? T equals 12, add enemy. Oh, I did not tag it as an enemy. It's flagged 2. There we go. That's actually... And this should have 12 HP. It's not supposed to look like 2 sets of legs. That's temporary. But it's there. It's spawning in. It has the right number of HP currently. It's correct-ish. But right now, what I want to do instead is make it render properly. So draw enemies. I might want to have a thing just for this boss. Draw boss 1, because it's kind of complicated. Especially if I have it do multiple different kinds of attacks and change its frames. Although there's really not much I can actually do with the frames in this, because what's the continue name in Lua. Continue. Pico-8. Continue. I'm talking about the keyword that lets you just skip to the next iteration of the loop you're in. Okay, it doesn't seem to be a thing in this language for some reason. Syntax error near else. Oh, continue. And then draw boss 1. Wait, why is it drawing? I thought we just went over this. T equals 12, right? Well, now it shouldn't be drawing. Why is it doing this? If I said T, it should be E dot type. You can still damage it even though it's invisible. E dot type. Okay, and now I can actually draw it. Assuming this works. Draw boss 1 E. E. Okay, and now I'm going to make it actually work. So I'm going to have it do the top half and the bottom half. So I need to set this green to be red. So that's PAL 11.8. And then I need to set the dark green to be the purple color. So that's 3.2. And then I need to do the two halves of it separately. So this is E dot type. This is E. Okay, I already know it's number 12, so I don't really need this E. I guess I do need the E for the X and Y positions, but I don't need it for the 12 or for the width or height. This is the width and then the height, so 8, E dot facing left. Sprite, okay, so I need to do top half is 42. Hold on, I did floor divided by 8, so this should be 2, 1 instead of 16, 8. Okay, they're on top of each other. So this should be E.X or E.Y plus 8. There you go! There's a scarecrow with legs. Uh-oh. I kind of don't want it to do on the... I kind of don't want it to change color on this one. What is this? The color 13. I want to see how it looks if I let color 13 change, stay at what it is. Okay. And see how it looks on the skulls too. Well, the skulls die in one hit, so like you can't see. But the this thing. Yeah, I kind of like that. Does Pico-8 differentiate entities with types? I'm not really sure what you mean by that. If you're talking about the way I currently have it set up, and this is entirely what I did, like this is not something that is innate to Pico-8, is that the each like there's an enemy list, and then each enemy in that list has a value called type, and that's not just like a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 for like according to the types. It's actually the index of the enemy's sprite on the sprite sheet. So this is so 42 is the index of this scarecrow enemy. 41 is the skull spawner. 40 is the skull, and then 12 is going to be this boss fight because this leg. It's good. I'm kind of like Frankensteining together some different palette pieces to make the boss. Like it's gonna have the top half of the regular scarecrow palette swapped, and it's gonna have the bottom half that I drew here. There's probably a better way of doing it than this. But what's nice about the lists, I think that there's no real arrays in Pico-8. It's all dicts. It's all dictionaries. So if you create an index in a list, you can literally just have the index be anything. Like you could say, like array I, and then I index 13 is like whatever value. And you don't have to like instantiate like indexes like 0 to 12 or anything like that. And it doesn't have to be a number. It can be like a string or anything like that. But when you create one and you don't write like the name of one, like when you create an array and you just say like instantiate like 12 objects in this array, it does go for just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It starts at 1, not at 0, which is something you have to keep in mind. But that is, yeah. Honestly, this code I wrote in February is not. I'm not in love with it. I'm not super happy with how I did it. A lot of it is kind of the way it is because Pico-8 doesn't really have proper classes. It's not really an object-oriented language, as far as I can tell. You pretty much have to like hard code everything. You can't really create like an enemy class, like what I would like to do if I was using Unity is create an enemy base class and then have all these specific enemy types inherit from that, but I don't think that's possible in Pico-8. So we're doing something a bit more hacked together. But let's do it. Okay. So now the game should be playable up to getting into the boss. You could actually defeat the boss, I think. But I do not think the door will open. I think once you beat the boss, you will still be locked in. I believe that's where we're at currently. So this door is going to open because I have the key. And then there's this boss. Oh, the door is just... I think I deleted the door for testing. And I just killed myself on the boss. But you can defeat that boss. It has like 15 HP, I think. Right now it just stands there and lets you attack it and doesn't do anything. So that's something... That's the next stream, I think. I'm going to have the scarecrow boss enemy that actually fights back. It does not look like any of the breakables in this area have hearts in them, unfortunately. Okay, I just had... Did I miss the key? Did I not pick up the key? Oh my god. I just actually did the thing where I hit 2 enemies with one single whip attack. I hit a scarecrow's projectile and the scarecrow itself with one attack. And that's something that I was debating whether or not to have possible. And I'm glad that I did, because that was a bit more work, but now it's actually, the game feels a lot better for that. Shut up. Okay, there, I got some health. Hi, Frog fan account. I was actually almost done my stream, sorry. What's that GLHF pledge on your account? What does that mean? Oh, you had sex at TwitchCon, nice. Anyway, I guess you didn't see what I was doing this stream. I have it now so that there's enemies that have multiple. Well, first of all, I have this little knife attack. I can throw a knife and hit an enemy with that. But there are enemies that have more than 1 HP, and so I made a whole thing. Like, I made a new sound effect for them getting hurt. I made them flash white like that when they take damage. Can they one-shot you? No, you have 3. You have 3 HP. And you can still get more. You can refill your HP now, because sometimes the breakables drop hearts like that one just did. And I have this boss. It is not done yet. It has, like, it just stands there. It doesn't attack, but it has 15 HP. I actually am going to. They're in the room on the other side of this. I'll show you the room. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That is shooting skulls the wrong way. In this room here, I'm gonna have enemies. Like, you can see this. Well, I just fell out of the map. But this circle, I'm pointing at my screen. The big the circle in the center is gonna be like a little, like a thing that aims at you and shoots enemies, or shoots little fireballs or something. But this is like a room where you kind of are forced to move in like a circle throughout the whole room. So there's like enemies in the center that like track you and fire at different angles at you. I need to investigate that bug. That's the last thing I'm gonna do today, because I should be almost done. But there's an issue where this I just made these last stream, and already they're broken. The ones that are facing right are shooting to the left, as you can see. I think I might know why that's happening. If T equals 40, facing left equals true. It should be facing left equals F, so let's get rid of that. But I'm pretty sure that makes the ones at the start go the wrong way. Okay, if they come from the map, then this needs to be true, or something like that. Does that make sense? Wait. I say add enemy. Ti equals. Yeah. Yeah, I think that you actually can use external editors with this engine and then just import all the scripts at the end. But this is, in my opinion, better because you can because this allows you to edit and test more quickly without importing anything. Check the other one. Okay, these are both firing the right way now. And I need to check the ones that spawn in the actual. The original thing that I think broke that was these two that just start and go left, which are not coming now. This exact issue was happening where they would go to the right instead of to the left for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. Let's see. Did I just put the wrong? Should this just be true instead? Will that fix it? Those two are now coming the right way. Let me put myself over in this room to see if I broke this again. Okay, no, that they're going the right way. Okay, hopefully I will never have to touch the skulls again. The skulls are hopefully all done. I do not want to be fixing bugs with them anymore. So I have this scarecrow. It doesn't look like that in game. I have this scarecrow enemy, and what I have to do now is, by now I mean next week when I stream. What I have to do now is make this an actual boss fight and not just it standing there without moving. At least it can hurt you if you walk into it, but you don't have to do that. Is it possible to jump over it? It is possible. It's pretty hard. I want to change its hitbox so that it's just the center part and not the arms that are sticking out, because that'll make it easier to jump over, which could be useful for the fight. That's something to keep in mind for next week. But yeah, I believe I'm done for today. I said I was going to stream for 2 hours. It's been 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, yeah. Thank you guys for stopping by. It's a fun stream today. And I'm going to continue to try to stream regularly every single week. Probably next week again on Monday. Or definitely next week again, Monday at 7 p.m. I will be streaming once again. So come check it out if you want. I hope that within the next 2 streams, I get version 0.2 of the game done. So that's my current goal. And goodbye, everyone. We had fun, but it's time to go to sleep. So see ya. Goodbye.